This is one of my favorite data visualization books ever, and in today's project, I'll be using it to create an awesome, beautiful, handmade data visualization all about what I have on my phone. This project is an easy, unique data visualization project that would go well on anyone's portfolio, especially if you're trying to become a data analyst, a business intelligence analyst, or developer, or a data viz specialist. This would look great on your resume. It should be an easy project for you. It should only take you about 1 hour, and it is only one out of 47 different prompts and projects inside of this book: observe, collect, draw. Which is cool because if you didn't know, I'm trying to build 30 data science projects in 30 days. This one has 47 different projects that I could do. But why am I trying to do this? Well, it's hopefully supposed to inspire you and give you some ideas. My idea is if I can do 30 data science projects in 30 days, that you guys can do one data science project in 30 days. I'm posting all 30 projects on my YouTube, so the best way that you can follow along is hitting the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified so you don't miss any of the 30 projects. As well as if you want to do this on your own, in the link in the description down below, you can actually get taken to the resources page where I'm giving away all of the code, the files, the resources, the write-ups, the examples, all for free. You can get access to that for free by just clicking that link down below in the description. Data visualization is a big part of a data career because it helps take numbers and data tables and actually transform it into a way that we as humans can understand, and it becomes tangible to us. One of the big pitfalls as humans is that we're lazy when it comes to data visualizations. We use a bunch of different softwares to just create these visualizations, and those softwares don't always have best data visualization principles and practices in place, meaning they're not always the best data viz or the most aesthetic data viz. This book helps us realize that data is everywhere, including in the details of our personal lives, and it helps us break our default choices when creating data visualizations and helps us make very beautiful, very fun, very aesthetic data visualizations. The project that we'll be doing today comes from prompt number 4, which is all about the apps that you have on your phone. And before I show you the prompt in detail, let's first brainstorm what potential questions or data could even be found about our apps in our phone. What are we wondering? What would be interesting to know? So go ahead and pause this video and think what data could be found with the apps in our phone. What is something that you'd like to know about the apps on your phone? Okay, hopefully you took some time to think. These are the questions I came up with. How many apps do we have on our phone? What color are those apps? What are the apps? Like, what type of categories are there in? How often do we use that app? When was the last time we used it? Do we pay for it? Was it free? Or what's the split? Do we have a lot of paid apps, a lot of free apps? And how do we feel about the app? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Are we embarrassed by it? Hopefully you came up with some good questions as well. But these questions are pretty much the exact questions that we're going to tackle with this prompt. The prompt is over here on the left-hand side, and our visualization canvas is over here on the right-hand side. So each one of these little circles over here represents an app on our phone. And we will take each of them and record traits about that app. For starters, each will have a color, and that color represents what type of app it is. So for instance, like a photo app or a video app or a social media app, or maybe like a fitness app or a work app, stuff like that. Next, we will go ahead and add a shape, these types of shapes right here. And those shapes represent how often we use that app. So for instance, if we just use a single dot, that will represent I've never used it. If we fill it in the whole time, that is using it the whole time. Okay, does that make sense? Then we have these 3 in-betweens that represent once or twice, occasionally, or semi-regularly. We'll also add any external apps that we're embarrassed of. We'll add this external circle, which will show that we are embarrassed by those apps. I'm not sure if I have any of those, but we'll see, okay? And then finally, we'll add some small captions, some little text that basically records some memorable apps. Okay, I stole my wife's colored pencils right here, and I've went ahead and gone through all of the different categories I think I'm going to need. I have black as photo and video, social media, nutrition and diet is green, fitness is yellow, entertainment is purple, utilities is brown, and business is blue. Okay, time to look at my apps. The first app I have in the top left right here is the Gmail app. I'm going to count that as a business app. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out that business blue, right? Because we have business blue here. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to decide what shape I use it. Honestly, I use that nearly every day, nearly every hour, nearly every minute. So I'm going to go all the time right here, starting with that Gmail app. Okay, I'm not embarrassed about it, so I don't really need to add a circle. Any details? No, I think I'm okay. So we have a business app that I use all the time. That's the first one. And done. There we go. I just finished my entire phone. Actually, not my entire phone. There was probably 2 or 3 pages of apps that I didn't do because I ran out of circles on this page. So that's what I wrote down. My key takeaway from this was I have way too many apps. This is ridiculous. I should probably delete some, especially these that just have like the single dots up here. That's one of my big takeaways. I did this in order of how they are on my phone, which is in no order. I just kind of download apps. But like for instance, I use Gmail a lot, so that was good. And I use LinkedIn, and that's up there as well. But like, look at all these brown single dots that I just don't use. These are just utility apps that for some reason take up my homepage and my first page of apps. So I don't really understand why I need those. Look at the calculator though. I love to use the calculator. I'm addicted to Instagram and YouTube and Netflix. Honestly, you know what? Netflix is probably this. The thing about Netflix is I don't use it at all, and then one of my favorite shows has a new series that comes out, and then my screen time's like 10 hours a week for that week. So I don't know. I have my Strava, which I really like to use, my Smart Scale, the gym app that I use, All Trails. I love to hike. I love to use the Lose It app to try to lose weight. But like, look at this, guys. There is so many single dots. I have way too many apps. And hopefully one of my big takeaways from this is I'm going to delete some of these. Honestly, that whole process was pretty relaxing and a pretty fun project. And I feel like I learned quite a bit about my app and my phone. And I realized, wow, I have a lot of junk on my phone that I don't actually need or want. So I'm going to try to go through and clean up those apps just a little bit. And that's the coolest part about data, is it actually can help us make better decisions. And in this case, better life decisions, which is so awesome because we're learning data, we're practicing data, and we're improving and optimizing our lives. So I think that is a double win if you ask me. So hopefully you can go and recreate your own project and look at your own apps and create your own data visualization. I highly recommend this book, Observe, Collect, Draw. It has 47 different projects of how you can see data in your own life, and it really has improved my data visualization skills. I'll have a link to it down below in the description. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to get all of the resources for the 30 projects. It's going to be really awesome. I'm going to have all my code, data, files, write-ups, all that good stuff in there, so definitely check that out. It's totally free, so why not? If you haven't seen day 1's project or day 2's project, make sure you click the box somewhere on the screen that'll have the playlist to all 30 projects. And that concludes day 3. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll make another project.